Back, everybody, at Just Weld and Fab. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than you have seen in the past. I am on vacation, a mini vacation with my family. Just Weld and Fab. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than you have seen in the past. I am on vacation, a mini vacation with my family, which I will introduce here in just a little bit. And this here behind me is Kentucky Lake. We are currently about 15 minutes outside of Dover, Tennessee. Yes, Dover, Tennessee. Kentucky Lake behind me. And we decided to come down here to a place called Land Between the Lakes. I've not been here. I've heard about it numerous times. We thought we'd come check it out. We are headed to an off-road park here located in this Land Between the Lakes called Turkey Bay. Some of you may know of it, may know about it. We're going to go explore for the day. Nothing crazy. We're just going to check out some easy trails, check out the terrain, get an idea of what we are up against. We have decided to bring you guys along on this little mini vacation with us and give you a little bit of our take and our review of Land Between the Lakes. Really hope you guys like it and stick around for the rest of the show. Piney Campground. This is our glamping effort for our mini vacation this year. On our mini vacation, my wife Heather, our youngest Cheyenne. Smile and wave, everybody. Act like you're enjoying this. We're going to take the Jeep, go check out Turkey Bay and see what it's all about. We are going to bring you guys along and hope you enjoy it. This is the Great Western Furnace. It operated about 36 weeks, I believe, from 1855 to 1856. Set it up. It produced up to 1,350 tons of high-quality iron. But there was an uprising by the crew and a lack of ore, and eventually shut down. That was its so it didn't last. This thing was huge. There used to be a lot more. A great big wooden structure that came out across this way and then ran from the top back up onto that mound, and they would roll it in by carts. There was lots of gear involved with producing this. You can see the sheer size based on our life-size scales over there. All built out of limestone. That was harvested a couple miles from here. Pretty cool. Looks like it may still have some old ash in it. People's been kind of digging around underneath there. Very, very cool piece of American history right there. That's why everybody says you need to get out and have some adventure. And if you are unable, that is perfectly fine. I hope you enjoy what we provide on this video. Bay. Jeep is unloaded. We're getting loaded up. Not a bad spot. It's not real busy. There are a few people here. Looking pretty excited. Like I said, we're going to stick to just the easy trails. I don't have a lot of experience off-road, and this is really only the second time this Jeep has been off-road. I wish we had somebody to ride along with, but guess we're just going to take it easy anyway. The plan is to not brake, just adventure around, maybe try a couple small things, and try to enjoy the day. Anyway, we're going to get loaded up. We'll bring you guys back soon. So we did not record at this time, but if you look there to the left of your screen, you're going to see a rock pile. also known as the Rock Garden. This is a dead-end trail in which we didn't realize until we got back there. As I decided to circle around the Rock Garden, I saw this mud hole. And even after saying 30 minutes before, we're going to avoid the mud, I thought nothing wrong with a little bit of mud. Let's give it a go. Long story short, most of the way through, diffs high centered, no more traction, lots of mud everywhere, and there we sat. In an attempt to pull the winch out, get it hooked to something, to get ourselves out, the idea was to keep the engine running, to keep the battery charged, and let the Jeep help when it could. What we didn't realize happened after the first 15 minutes of being in the mud hole is that when my wife had crossed over from the passenger seat to the driver's seat, she flipped the switch on the fuel pump, which I normally leave on all the time. After we got ourselves pulled out of the mud hole, and I tried to figure out how to fix a problem that I didn't know was the problem yet, other than the fuel pump wasn't working, because I hadn't noticed the switch yet, I was contemplating whether I was going to have to walk back to the truck, because I didn't bring a single electrical tool with me. A pair of pliers, screwdriver, for some minor mechanical maybe, but no electrical. So here we sat, 35 minutes into our first ride, hours from home, nowhere near a parts store, and a fuel pump that appears to be dead. But as I said earlier, it turned out to be just the switch. So we continued on. The panic subsided, the smiles came back, and we continued to enjoy the park.
And he's trying to clean the mud off the window.
Doesn't make a very good sprayer.
Doesn't look like it's making a very good sprayer. Doesn't help that it all dried so fast either.
Well, it's good and bad. Well, I need new wiper blades after this. After finally getting the mud washed off the windshield, taking a small break there in the creek and enjoying the scenery, we finally got back on the trail. Like I said, we were staying on the easy trails. So we decided to just start cruising around and finding our way. Now the easy trails are marked with yellow markers on the trees. That's what you want to look for. Red, that means you're in over your head. Blue, you may think you have a chance. But what we soon learned was the fact that the loose rock that sat on the trail was going to be a major problem for us. Just as I said, there we was, starting to make a climb up a hill that was considered the easy trail. And we discovered very quickly that with the loose rock, it was going to be a challenge to just cruise right up this thing. So the lesson I learned about climbing the hills down at Turkey Bay and Land Between the Lakes is you really need some momentum. That's going to help you a whole lot.
All right, after a 5th try on the easy trail, coming up the backside all the loose gravel and rock is an absolute challenge. So Patagonia tires at 10 psi, I had to air them down. I tried a different gauge, still wasn't quite enough. But after several momentous tries and backing down perilously a few times, we managed to barely crest the top, successfully might I add, with a little bit of excitement and probably a whole lot of smiles, and maybe more cringing than smiles, but we made it. We're currently letting the engine cool back down just a little bit, and we are going to head on our way. Woo! Yeah, I don't think that was the right tire choice, but it's what we got. Anyway, sorry we didn't show you the climb. We wasn't even sure if we was going to make it. We'll catch up with you in a little bit.
A little adventure out on the easy trail. Found us a mud hole we didn't think it was going to be much to worry about. Turns out it was. But as I said earlier, we kind of got stuck and hung up. Had to winch ourselves out. Lost the fuel pump for a minute until we realized it was just a switch. Thankfully, it was an easy fix. Had a little trouble making a easy climb. I think I'm running too much air in the tires. I don't have bead locks, so I don't want to run too low. They were 10 psi when we showed up. I increased them to 15, knowing that wasn't necessarily going to benefit. I think we'll drop the 5 back off of it, or reduce it back down to 10 and call it good. That should help. But we're having fun. Be it for the trail version of this mini vacation. We went pretty much wherever we wanted to go with some challenges. We did stay on the yellow marked easy trails for the fun. One spot we didn't go was back to the silo, which had supposed to have been a spectacular viewpoint of or like an overlook of the lake and an old silo there. There was one climb going down that was full of loose rock, and it was kind of against us. All the loose rock was always against us. So rather than getting down in there and getting ourselves hung up, we decided to pass on it. And we'll save that for another day, maybe when we have somebody else with us to give us an opportunity to maybe help get us out. That's what you get for being a beginner/novice. But that is it. Like I said, that is it for the trail portion. You can see we had fun. Jeep's all strapped down. We are going to work our way back to camp, figure out what we're going to do for dinner, and that's all we ended up doing. We went back to camp, decided what we was going to do for dinner, built us a nice fire, and kind of sat around and chatted about the day and planned on what to do the next day. But that was it for this night. We continue our adventures at Land Between the Lakes. The excitement there. She's been playing with an inchworm for the last 20 minutes, which she finally rehomed. But we are here at the 1850s homestead, and we are going to go inside and check this out and see what it's all about. Pretty excited for what it is. smokehouse. That's where all the meat was smoked. There you go, just a fire right in the middle of the room, right on top of these wood slats, it looks like. Hooks and strings to hang the meat. That's all carved out of one piece of wood. I don't know what that is. Maybe one of you guys do. Here we have the stock barn. Guess we can name these two Cuddly and Wudley. Oh, there is in there. Just chilling. Say hello, guys.
They don't look very chilly.
Like we got the herds of chickens coming at us, doing chicken things. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you all the remainder buildings as the battery on my phone is about to die. Hopefully it hasn't cut this feature out as far as me explaining that to you. But I hope you enjoy what you do get to see, and if you ever get the opportunity to come see it for yourself, this is Land Between the Lakes, the homestead of 1850. I think you're really going to enjoy it, and I encourage you to get out, have some adventure, and enjoy what they've preserved. Until I get my battery charged. I'll get back with you.
Special thank you to all of you who continue to return and watch the videos from week to week or every other week or when I'm able to get those out. Very much appreciate you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And unfortunately for this video, it's going to have to come to an end as our trip has run out of time and we have to start working our way back home to rejoin society and its typical race. Until next time, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom. And we shall see you on the flip side. Have a wonderful day, everybody.